I'm active in social fields as well, mainly into environment and women empowerment. And in that regard, I keep attending United Nations conferences across the world. That is about me. And last but not the least, I have won awards like Changemakers Award at Bangkok, Thailand, and Technology Excellence Award at Kathmandu, Nepal. Thank you so much. Over to you, Emmanuel.
Thank you so much, Dr. Monica Pathak, and congratulations to your award. I saw it. That's really amazing to hear. Um, Before I continue, I would like to welcome Gada Shams from Egypt. Gada Shams, you're welcome. Ashad Pandit from India, you are welcome, sir. You are welcome, sir. Um,
Thank you.
Vashadhara Jadhav from India, you are welcome. You're welcome. For today's spotlight show, the theme is When Rivers Cry. When rivers cry in relation to peace, we are looking at the theme to peace. In relation to peace, is a symbolic or poetic expression. It suggests that even nature grieves when peace is broken. The crying of the rivers represents environmental suffering and imbalance. It can also represent oppressed people or societies. Finally, it expresses pain due to injustice or lack of peace. When rivers cry. When rivers cry, it can mean hunger. When they cry, what is the result? Hunger, crisis, economic downturn, environmental degradation, and it can also lead to death when rivers cry. And over here we have questions for our guests. And because of our time, we have questions for our guests. The first question, Ma, the first question is, can you please explain, can you please give us a brief, um, tell us about Delhi. Delhi, tell us about Delhi and the Hindi River protest. Yeah, the Hindi River protest and about Delhi. Can you
Hindon,
please tell us about Delhi?
are you talking about Hindon River?
Yes, Delhi River. Yeah,
Yes,
Delhi River.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to give a brief background about this crisis. Actually, this crisis has been long pending, and many parts of this river has been declared dead. Why dead? Because after inspection and sampling, it has been found out that the river is not worthy. I mean, the aquatic life cannot survive there, and that is how it has been declared dead. And because of that, I mean, the entire community residing along the banks of this particular river, they have been suffering, I mean, for many years. uh, I mean, not only with respect to the drinking water, bathing, or doing other rituals, but as well as various diseases have been reported. And the crisis has occurred because of I mean, unplanned, I should say, untreated discharge of wastewater into this river. And apart from that, industrial effluent and total neglect. And that is the reason that recently one of the NGOs, they decided to walk from this place, which is called as Sarahanpur in Uttar Pradesh of India, to Delhi. And that Abhiyan was called as Hindon Bachao, Pashchimanchal Bachao, and they walked almost 225 kilometers in a week's time. And it was a very peaceful protest, and it was a symbolic protest wherein they wanted to draw attention of the policymakers and various stakeholders for taking care of this river and resolving this issue so that people will have a better life and this river could be saved. I mean, without further damage.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now my question to you is, when a lifeline is silenced, how do we give voice to grief before it turns to despair? When a lifeline is silenced, how do we give voice to grief before it turns to despair?
See, when the lifeline, like Hindon, is silenced, we need to give voice to the grief. And it is very much, and we have to acknowledge that grief, first of all. Then this voice can be like through shared actions. This voice can be through, poetry or art. And this grief, actually, yes, we have to mourn the grief, but we are not required to stop there. We have to move forward. We need to have a resilience to move forward so that the repetition of such incidences could be avoided in future. And through poetry, through words, through shared action, through accountability, through responsibility, we can definitely give voice to our grief. And I mean, those, see, we are sitting here, but those who are residing along that river, what they are facing, giving voice to them, listening to them, trying to know their problems and deal with their problems. I think that way we can give voice to the grief. And not only that, this is about the humans. What about the life, which is aquatic life, the livestock in that river? Even we need to feel the pain of that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. The second question is, the pampa waste accumulation in Kerala. Can you please explain briefly about that?
Pamba River.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, there is one sacred pilgrimage place in Kerala, which is called as Sabrimala. And this is alongside this Pamba River. And there is a belief actually in Hindu. Actually, it is being followed by Hindu people. And they keep a vrat, we call that as a vrat. And it is kept for 41 days. And pilgrims, they go and visit this place when they complete this 41 days, and they take a holy dip in the river. Now, what happens during these 41 days? They would be wearing normally black clothes. And it is a tradition that these black clothes would be discarded near that river bank after taking a holiday. And because of this, what has happened? The entire bank of the river is flooded with such clothes. Not only that, pilgrims would be carrying plastics and other waste, and the entire area and the river, even the forest alongside, has been polluted. That has been the crisis of the Pamba River. Yeah, ma'am.
Great, great. Okay. Um, talked about pollution. Yeah. Okay. So the next question is,
I would like to add one more thing here, that in Kerala, the Kerala High Court had intervened into this particular problem, and they constituted a committee of this Devasthanam, as well as some 3 4 agencies locally. And they ordered that the river has to be cleaned on priority. And seeing some improvement, they had closed the case. But again, of late, it was found that the actions were missing out, the efforts were less by the concerned people. So again, they have revived the case, and again, they have asked concerned people to immediately clean wastages and clear this pollution at the earliest. Thank you.
All right. The third question over here is the third question over here is when promises fail and harm persists, how do we reconcile hope with harsh reality? When promises fail, looking at Maharashtra, looking at Maharashtra, we can see pollution crisis also in we can see in Vayani pollution crisis. So
Indrayani
when
River.
promises fail and harm persists, how do we reconcile hope with harsh reality?
See, hope has to be reconciled. Actually, see, there are two, aspects of hope. One is like, it is very easy to get discouraged and lose hope. Uh, Otherwise, other part is that we can revive this hope by taking action. If the promises are failing, we need to bring it to the notice of the policy makers and all those concerned who are responsible for this crisis and give voice. See, and we have to take it up very patiently because harsh reality is that the change is not going to happen overnight. We have to persist for this hope. We need not, keep the hope aside. That is how I think such crises can be overcome. They can be faced, and with united action, with accountability, and together. And not only this, the local people have to keep vigilance on such matters. They have to see whether there is any progress in the case or no. If it is not there, they have to then run a campaign. They have to highlight this issue. Maybe they can do some march or hold meetings. Consistent effort is required for hope to survive in such cases. Because, see, it is very easy to make announcements, but ground reality is that on actually uh, the improvement is not seen much. So, those who are residing there, they are facing the problem. It becomes their burden. Every day, day to day, they are suffering. They are not getting quality water. Water is contaminated. Other issues are there. The aquatic life itself was under threat in Maharashtra on the banks of this Indrayani River. But good part is that government has intervened and they have approved some 500 crore rupees for this particular project. But thing is that the actual work, and the kind of pollution the river is receiving, there is vast gap. And yes, it is lot of time to bridge this gap. That is what is the current status. Over to you.
All right. Okay. Um, my last question to you is on Kolkata cloud burst. Kolkata cloud burst. Can you briefly explain to us what um, the events on that aspect and urban flooding? Kolkata cloud burst.
Yeah, actually, in 2025, there is one festival in West Bengal, that is Durga Puja. Across India it is there, but prominently, very nicely, it is celebrated in West Bengal. Just before that, heavy, cloudburst was there, and it was because of low pressure this thing formation on Bay of Bengal. And overnight, in a night's time, almost 20% of the annual rainfall was received overnight. And that led to inundation and total flooding of the area. The sewage, this thing, because the Kolkata has got a what I should say, a topography which is like, cup shape. So what happens? The water. Throwing out the water becomes also difficult, and at the same time, it was like a high tide situation was there in the Hooghly river. So authorities found it really difficult to pump out the water from the streets. As a result, the entire streets were flooded with the water. Some people died due to electrocution because electricity and water, and they could not. It was that kind of a sad incidents also happened. And more than that, it was found that the city's sewage or whatever wastewater system was outdated, and it was not capable to take care of such rainfalls. And it really requires repairs and some better planning in future.
Okay. My last question before I give the audience um the platform to speak. My last question is what motivated you to write? What are your motivations as a poet or as a writer?
As a writer, actually, I started writing from childhood, and I'm otherwise also a sensitive person. So, looking at surrounding happenings, I cannot prevent myself from writing, and I feel that writing is a very effective tool. Pen is mightier than sword. There is a saying phrase. So I think I found that I'm able to express myself much better through my writings, and as a result, one after another, I keep writing. I like to write on real issues. And whatever I see and experience in day-to-day life, and that way I feel very satisfied writing such things. And yes, poetry is also part of that. And poetry, different topics take up for poetry as well. And I do write in all the three languages: my mother tongue Marathi, and then Hindi, as well as English.
Thank you so much. Okay. Right now we'll be giving the audience, the room, the platform to speak. Brother Shams. Hello, Brother Shams. You have any question for our audience today?
Hello. Thank you for this inspiring show. And I have a question for Dr. Monica. How do you balance between your writings in different fields?
Yes, it is matter of priority, and somehow actually I make time for each and every activity very periodically and very methodically in a disciplined manner. And that is how actually I'm able to do much better in every field. It is not only writing. So many other fields, be it academics or my work front, as well as this social activities. I'm able to balance all of them equally. I hope I have answered you, Shams.
Yes, yes, because I seem to be having a similar problem because due to my diversified interests. So I kind of hit a wall when I try to dedicate time for just for poetry while other things come up and they have to be attended to and they have to be done and delivered on
Yeah,
schedule.
I
So this is why
understand.
I kind of face this sometimes. So I thought I'd get input from you. Thank you very
Yeah,
much
yeah,
for sharing this
yeah.
with me.
Yeah, thing is that actually not always we are able to keep up to the discipline and that kind of a consistency. But it is better to have maybe some break or some gap, but still keep rather than getting discouraged and overwhelmed. It is better to continue with all the things together.
Yeah, thank you for sharing this. Thank you.
All right. Okay. I can see Bashir Jazz have um The stage is yours right now. Hello, Bashida Jalhab. The stage is yours.
I think
Okay. Do you have a question for our guest, Bashida Jalhab? All right. Okay. Let's move to Sir Azad Pandit. Hello. Hello. Okay. We'll come back to the questions. We'll come back. Let's move to the next session, which is the reading of poems. And I believe our guest will have one or two poems to read for us. Yeah. So the stage is yours. Thank you.
Uh,
I
Hello.
think Pandit sir is there. Harshad Pandit sir
Yeah,
is there.
yeah, there was some network issues at my end. Apologies for
Yes.
that. But talking about Dr. Monica, my God, you are such a talented personality. Be it being a psychologist, a doctor, a social worker, and a poet. I mean, so much versatility, and you have got the talent to go forth with time management in maneuvering all these things in 24 hours of a day. Because I find it really very, very difficult having a full-time job myself. It's almost 8.5 hours, 6 days a week, and then I'm in awe of your time management skills. But a question I would like to ask in the context of today's topic, whether it be Kerala, Delhi, or Kolkata. I mean, given a chance to work at an NGO level, what grassroots level steps would you like to take to eradicate each of the problems that you mentioned in each of these cities pertaining to the rivers and the problems that the aquatic life, or for that matter, the human life that resides along the banks of these rivers? Thank you.
Um, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. It is a great question. And it has so many things, I mean, to be answered in one question. One is improvement in the infrastructure. We have to accept one thing that in our country, the treatment plants, what we called as STPs, that infrastructure is yet to be fully developed. As a result, what is happening? All the waste, which is partially treated, is just left to the rivers. It is thrown to the rivers, and that is how the aquatic life is also, I mean, getting threatened. And not only that, it is causing problem to the local communities there. So we need to improve on the infrastructure. That is one. We need to enforce. I mean, if I am there at grassroots level, I will, see to it that we have to have campaigns. We need to have the awareness programs. We need to have peaceful protests, so that we draw attention of the policymakers and all around, so that the enforcement of the law is done. See, law is there, but when we see it is not enforced properly, and that is why, I mean, there is no fear when we see actually around industrialists or I mean municipal corporations. They are just throwing waste into these rivers, untreated waste, sewage, industrial effluent, and that is one. Secondly, we have to also look into that deforestation which is happening. Even that is cause of lot of pollution and problems. I mean, it is bringing imbalance into our ecology. So we need to plant many trees. We need to, have a due diligence before cutting forests. That is second. And thirdly, yes, we need to unite. Like-minded people have to be united in this cause, and it has to be, and we have to persist. Without that, it's not going to, the habits are not going to change. We have to make people aware that they have to change their habits. It starts from home. Merely, like, many perfumes or sanitizers or soaps we are using, even the chemicals in that, they are polluting our water streams, and it becomes difficult and costlier to treat such water. So that is one thing we need to accept, that we will have to reuse the treated water, because still there is no acceptance for this concept. But we will have to do it, so that we can face this problem, we can overcome this problem in years to come. Thank you. I hope I have answered. Ahmed. Hello.
Hello. Okay. Thank you so much. Um, Thank you so much, Dr. Monica Pathak. God bless you. Right now, we're moving to um the next on the agenda, which is um the reading of poems, poetry reading, and I believe you have one or two poems to read for us. Thank
So
you.
you will read first, or I will be reading first? You would like to read first?
Okay. All right. Okay. Let me read first.
Okay.
Okay. The first is yonder I left. Yonder I left. They planted a mortar upon my thigh. The land is a scorpion. The land is a scorpion. All Samson falls on his own accord. The cowries my father bought with his life turn into smoke. The bees conspire to loot my gold, skeleton for breath. The smile of the foxes, a gull of pretense. The whip of game changers, a gull of pretense. I left yonder, yonder I left. That is the first poem. Yonder I left. The second
Very
poem is The Cage of Earth. The Cage of Earth. O river, where art thou at night? O Holy One, left to tear apart. O careless night, all diffused to none. O river, river, your age raises the cage. O river, abandoned in the cabin, thy majesty ruled without a staff. O river, seemed to squeeze the wind. I bow, bow to comic in the dark. I wail, wail, you leave to come no more. I sigh, sigh, beyond thy wasted desert. You are gone, gone to bury souls in chaos. O river, river, one flesh turned to snake. Come, come to the court of crimson creed. Come, come to life, whom above we await your sacred gentle breeze. O river, river, my mother gone to sin. Thank you so much.
so so nicely, well written and well said. Yeah, I will be reading my first poem, which is Life is a Matter of Choice. What do we really achieve by fighting? We invite reactions, restlessness, and resentment. Truth retreats into shadows. Insecurity rises. False pride and anger take root. Ego takes the throne. Wisdom quietly exits. A sea of hopelessness expands. Power wins. Blind to the good of the many, a few prosper at the cost of the innocent. Then tell me, Why do we still choose to fight? Contrarily, when we operate at the frequency of peace, love and security resonate, smiles brighten, we respect opinions, honor differences, and our horizons widen. Greed dissolves. The devil within is tamed. We move like light-hearted butterflies liberated, brimming with compassion and empathy, filled with trust and positivity. There is freedom without fear, prosperity reached for all, bliss and progress shared, not seized. The divinity within awakens. So let us choose wisely. That was first one. Second one is if the river were a person, she would carry tender memories of a distant past when she was beautiful and radiant. She once ran swiftly, eager to be embraced by the vast ocean, beaming with the confidence of challenges conquered along the way, moving freely without suffocation. Those days of pride, when she nurtured all who approached her with empathy, without discrimination, beyond differences, beyond religions, beyond borders. Then reality struck. She now suffers quietly, aghast, grieving her losses, shattered by the sight of her own reflection, her color altered, her purity questioned, her very existence under threat. Speechless and frozen, she sinks into despair. After endless crying and screaming, the tears run dry. Choking now in silence, searching for her lost identity, asking softly, what did I do wrong? Why am I being punished? Am I not worthy of living? When will my suffering be over? Helpless, she looks toward humanity with hope, hoping they will restore her lost glory and dignity, and once again celebrate her existence with care. Saving her is saving ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you so
Emmanuel,
much. Yeah, thank you so much. That was a nice poem. Thank you so much. Um, hello, Asha Pandit. Do you have any poem for us? Hello, sir. Okay, I was asking. I wanted to. Okay, so I wanted to ask a question. I wanted to ask the question, and the question is: can poetry be a tool of change in India? And what do you think the Poets Workshop Global should do? What do you think we should do to enforce change in India? What do you think we should do, the Poets Workshop Global, to enforce change or to effect change in India? What do you think I, as the
what,
founder,
what,
should
what
do?
kind of a change are you referring to? Is it about the environment or peace?
Okay, for now, looking at the thing, when rivers cry. When
When,
rivers cry is when rivers cry is a broad topic.
yeah,
Broad.
yeah,
Yeah, it
I
can
think,
move. Yeah, so in overall, what do you think a poet workshop global should do? Is it that we should write an anthology? Do you think we should create awareness? What do you think we should do as an organization to effect change in India?
yeah, first of all, the platform or the initiative taken by you, like this spotlight show, is very well, in place in bringing in the change as far as India is also concerned. So such shows need to continue. That is one. We need to have more and more people on board so that we are because today social media is very effective and powerful. We need to the Think Poets Workshop Global can make use of social media, and they can have their customized messages for Indian listeners or viewers, uh, and bringing in the change. That is one. And you can, even plan to visit India. So we can have, some kind of a program, awareness program. So that is, I think these are the ways wherein we can definitely, the Poets Workshop can bring in the change.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Monica Pathak. I will discuss on that because the Poets Workshop Global is not just the goal is not just to write poetry. The goal is to effect change in the world, and there are a lot of things I'll be doing, and I want to announce to the world because this is going to be streamed on YouTube. Yeah, it will be live, and it's live now on YouTube. So I want to speak to the world currently about the Poets Workshop Global. The Poets Workshop Global is an initiative that is formed to effect change in the world. Mostly, the the paramount or the important feature is to effect change. And currently, we are on an anthology titled "The Jungle Drum," and it's themed peace. And I would love the world to tune into this anthology, and together we can effect change, bringing peace to the world. Um, Dr. Monica Pathak, I want to congratulate you. I want to thank you for being a part of us. You are a great poetess, and I'm so happy. I'm so proud to have you. I'm so humbled to have great personalities in the Poets Workshop Global, and together we will change the world. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. See you in our next show.
I would like to say two sentences. Thank you, Emmanuel, for this great, wonderful initiative. I really appreciate your efforts for making this community vibrant and meaningful. And definitely, the Poets Workshop Global is effecting the change, maybe with baby steps, but it will, definitely achieve its goal in future to come. Thank you so much. All the best. God bless you. Bye
All
bye.
right, do have a great day. See you in our next show. Bye.
Bye bye.